All right, I am recording this so that I can send this out to everybody when we are done. And so that way, if you have to refer back, you've got a copy of it, okay? All right, guys, thank you again for showing up to the meeting. I do appreciate it. I know that we're all busy and it's the end of last month, beginning of this month, and everybody's quite busy, especially with the holiday weekend coming up. So I'll try to make this as quickly as possible. First thing is first, and that is thank you for all of you got your top 100 contacted from what I can tell. I know that's been a push. We got to continue to do that. That's not going away. Make sure you're getting a hold of all your top 100, either in a visit and or phone call, okay? Best way to do that is, my thought is if you get it done in the first 2 weeks, do as much as you can in the first 2 weeks. Get them all done so that the last 2 weeks of the month you can concentrate on other things such as getting a hold of new customer or new possibilities, spending time with the people that need to be spent, that you need to spend time with in your top 100. Do something new about finding whatever business you can, because you're constantly having to turn over a certain business. Some businesses go out of business. Some businesses stop buying for whatever reason. And then also you can concentrate on those last 2 weeks or the last week, whatever it is, on those people who are buying from somebody else but are still in the top 100, trying to work with them to get their business back. Okay? If you need help on any of that, as far as organization goes, let me know. As you can tell, for the most part, I'm pretty organized. So I'd like to be able to pass that along to you. All right. One of the things that I've noticed in the notes, though, is I put out a couple of emails actually over the past couple of months regarding what the notes should say. In other words, it should be the account number, space, slash, or slash, then either call C, V for visit, or LM for left message. Also, you have E for email. I'm still seeing people who are leaving messages but put it in as a call. Don't do this. That's why I put in there LM for left message. I need to know if you didn't get a hold of the customer. That's really important to know that at least you tried, but don't make it a call, because then it shows that you actually did talk to somebody. And if you didn't, then you didn't really do your job. Okay?
Ted, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
There have been a couple instances where I wanted to just make a note of some sort in the profile, but it wasn't a left message, or it wasn't a contact with a customer. It's just a note I need to put in the profile.
And at that point, you just leave that slash C, V, or whatever blank. You don't put anything.
Okay.
Okay. And then that way, and then just put over to the side in that same, and try to, if you guys, I'm finding it a little bit easier when you do this. If you were to put, like, this one here says email phone corrections or something like that, just put something over to the side to highlight basically what it could be, what's going on with that particular client, what that call was about, if you can, or something. Okay? I like that just because. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Very good. The other thing I'm going to go over real quick regarding Goldmine is email. If there's no email address in there, why? We probably, especially for your top 100 clients, need to have the email address in here. It may also already be in the AS400, but that doesn't necessarily always translate over to here, even though it's supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't. So please, if you see that there's an email missing somewhere, do your best to call the customer, and it's a real easy thing. hey, listen, I just want to update my account database, make sure that I've got it all correctly. This one here is for Vegas Off-Road Experience. Robbie, we don't even have Robbie's last name. We can't add that, but we can put it in the notes, and then you send me an email, and I'll see about getting it added or have the customer call in to add their last name. Make sure that that's correct. Make sure the address is correct. Phone number is correct. If there's another phone number and email address. This is an extra call, I know, but it's also can be part of your top 100 call. You get that out of the way, then you go into something about sales. This way we keep the database up to date as best we can. Any questions on that? Perfect, love it. Last thing regarding this is there's a lot of times that you're going to have other people that are at the place that you're visiting, Vegas Off-Road Experience, for instance, and you might have 2, maybe even 3 people that you actually talk to. Each one of them have their specific roles, but you still need to talk to them for whatever reason. Put that information, if you can, under contacts. You can add a new contact by doing a right click, going to new, and then you just add the name. They already have the address unless it's a different address. Put the email address, their phone number if it's different, and a note stating that this is the buyer for the company and the email address we have is for the owner. Why is this important? It really isn't, except for the fact that when somebody else calls in and we don't have any information as far as who that is, that person, for instance, could be somebody that used to work for the company, no longer does, trying to order something off the company's net 30. Okay? So it just helps me as well, so that when I'm calling in to talk to a customer, Robbie's not there, but I also know that Lisa is a buyer I can talk to, so I can call and talk to Lisa if I have something important I have to deal with regarding this. Any questions on
Hey,
that?
Ted?
Yes, sir.
Ted, Michael. So I do a lot of communication by text, but when I put notes in, I've just been putting /text, T-E-X-T. So I don't know if that's what you want for text or something else.
Actually, that's okay. I will tell you, okay, on something like that, if it's a text and you're copying down what it is and everything else, I consider that a contact.
Okay.
Put a /C/text.
Okay, I'll do that.
The reason I want that is that way I know it's an actual contact that you guys did with that customer, and that you're putting in the actual text notes to show exactly what you guys discussed. That's considered a contact with the customer. Okay? Is that cool?
Okay, we'll make that change. Yep.
Perfect. Anybody else have questions on that? Okay. Something else I'm seeing in notes on our note taking here. I haven't looked at this, but we'll go ahead and look at this. Okay, so this one says, spoke with Mike. He'd like me to stop by sometime when I have time to get out of Boulder City. No requests at this time. It's okay. I've been seeing certain things, such as talked about pricing for material, gave $217 for a roll. I don't know what the product was. I have no idea which product they gave pricing to, and did they actually set up the pricing for future orders, anything like that. I got nothing. I have no idea what happened on that call, except for the fact you talked about something and gave a price. Not good. I need to know exactly what it was that you guys talked about. Another thing that I've seen is talked about products. Customer said we are higher than everybody else, so that's why we're not getting the business. Okay. First of all, what products did we talk about? Did you get a list of exactly what the customer is buying? Do we know what the customer is buying so we can actually try to get them pricing? And also, did you ask, well, what would it take for me to get that business? Okay. A note like that talked about products and nothing else about what products you talked about. I need the information, guys. We all need information. when I call and talk to a customer or there's a customer problem and the customer calls me and I see a note like that for the last contact, and the customer says, I talked to my sales rep about this last week, and I have no notes. I have nothing to say. I see that you talked, for instance, I see that you guys had a problem with the Orifal 651 and the color was not correct. I'm happy to help you see if we can figure that out, and I'm sorry that this has happened. I can actually have something I can talk to the customer about instead of the customer being already aggravated and calling me because they're aggravated and I don't know anything about what's going on. Cool? I'm sorry, this sounds a little bit more like a gripe session. It really isn't. I'm just trying to make it easier for you guys and better so that we can take care of the customers properly. All right, and again, and like I said, I'm trying to go through this as quickly as possible. Is there any questions yet so far? Good. Right now, we have one meeting we're doing a month. I would like to know your thoughts about going to meetings a month. Is there anybody who would like to have 2 meetings a month? Maybe shorter meetings or something like that?
Yes.
Okay, who's that?
Brian, communication is key. If I hear from you today and I don't hear from you for 5 weeks from now, there's a lot of lost information coming down the pipeline, either from corporate, tips and tricks from other reps, motivation, you name it. So yeah,
Okay.
Communication is key.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like a mid-month meeting as well, Ted.
Okay. So
I'm open to either way.
I'm sorry.
I'm open to either way, but I'm always talking to you, Ted.
Yeah, well, I know you are. I get enough of that in my sleep, I'll tell you. All right.
No, midnight.
Then I'm going to go ahead and we will go ahead and try to do a month. Okay. Short one in the middle, maybe a little bit longer one at the beginning or end of the month. Probably beginning the first like I do normally, or the first day of the month if I can. Does that sound acceptable to everybody?
Yes.
Perfect.
Great. All right. So I'll go ahead and work on that. In fact, probably even this month, we'll start that and institute that this month. Okay. Everybody knows catalog pricing. The printed catalog pricing is not the pricing of the catalog. Catalog pricing is the online catalog only. That is the pricing we have. Anything that's in the printed catalog is out of date as soon as it's printed. Why is that? Because it gets printed months before the end of the year. We have price increases, we have price changes, everything. So the catalog, printed catalog pricing is a great base to start with, gives customers an idea, but online catalog is the actual pricing. That's updated daily. So if there's a price change, price delete, or not price delete, but a price change, price increase, or even sometimes decrease, that is the pricing for that day and for that customer at that time, unless it's on the cheat sheet, things like that. IJ 180 CB3. 8518 is already on the sheet, but 180 CB3 says catalog. Call me. If I haven't already given you pricing, you call me. Same with the Avery 1105. If it says catalog on there, there are reasons why we have it on catalog, but send me an email on it. Tell me what kind of pricing can we do on this. Now, if we already have pricing set up for a customer on the 180 CB3, don't be calling me to see if we can do better. Okay?
I'll call you to see if we can do better if I got something to back it up with, though.
Well, no, that is correct. If you have something that is we're matching somebody's pricing, definitely you want to let me know, but you better have documentation to back it up. This has become a little bit of an issue only because we've had things that customer says, well, that's higher than the catalog pricing. Well, yeah, sometimes on the printed catalog it can be because we had a price increase. Well, no, you have to honor this pricing. No, actually we don't, because we put it in the catalog. Pricing is subject to change, just like we do on the online catalog as well. Prices is subject to change. Okay. Any questions on that? Wonderful. We're getting through this list faster than I thought. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Price requests, setup and deletes, different things like that. I'm going to go through how we look at setup and deletes, how we use that setup and delete page so that everybody understands how this works and the best way to use that. Is that cool? We're going to go. I'm going to start with how to get there. So what you're going to do is open up your Dropbox. Go to Feller's Reps. Close to the bottom is your price, setup, and deletes. Now you'll see Central, East, Midwest, discount group. Don't need to really worry about that much. And then South and West for August 10th. This is the most current. It's changed generally every month. Okay. You open up the one that is designed for that. From here, go ahead and click in this upper left-hand corner to highlight the entire sales sheet. Go to Filter, select the filter. Then you can go for region. We've got South and West in there. Either select all so that nothing is highlighted, and select West so that the only West is highlighted. Then choose your warehouse. Okay, how do you choose your warehouse? You go to the WH tab. You go and you select all so that nothing is highlighted, and then you go to your warehouse. I'm going to select SC for Sacramento. Brings up everybody. Now you'll see that the first one here is 25098 as far as customer number, and then it changes to 220082. This is in alphabetical order. It is not in ship to numbers. You're looking for a specific customer that you want to find out to see if anything's set up for them, if anything is, or what is set up for them. Go here, you select all, then you go down to find that customer number. I'm actually going to choose 154888. And 154888, you highlight that, click OK. And this is everything the customer has set up currently as of the 10th or 11th of the 10th of August of everything that they have set up in their account. So customer calls and says, what's my pricing for IJ180C V3? Okay, 54 by 150. Then you go over here and you can see their pricing is right here. Okay. If there was a delete, that means it's not on here. That means the customer does not have pricing for that particular product. Customer calls and says, what's my price for whatever it happens to be. If the pricing is not set up on here, then you go to your cheat sheet and you ask the customer, are they going to buy this in the future reference? And they say, yes. Okay, let me go ahead and set up this pricing for you. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. I'm going to use another example. Hold on just a moment. And we're going to go to Mesa account number 044037. So again, you select all, go to 044037. Now this customer has 3 products on there that they have been set up with. 2 of which are ShineRite This 10860 is the group code. I do not know what that one happens to be because they didn't actually put the product in there. No, I can't tell them to put the product in there. Most of the time it will come up, but it doesn't always. There are some particular reasons why, and I do not know the answer why it's not captured. So basically, this customer has two products set up, which is for black, white, clear on ShineRite and colors on ShineRite. So the customer calls in to place an order for a 180 CV3 8518 laminate. They say that their pricing is supposed to be $1,025, and that's way below what it should be. So you'll get an email, nothing is set up. You may see on here that it's not set up, or maybe the customer thought you set it up and you didn't. Keep in mind, this could be, you might look at this on the 10th of September. It's a month old. They've already put in pricing, but it just hasn't been set up yet. Or more likely than not, customers calling in to place an order for something that you didn't know they were going to call in about, didn't bother to call you with a pricing and just made up their own price. That actually happens more than you think. So this is how you want to use this, is to be able to say, no, we've never set any pricing for you. So let's go ahead and set that up for you now. I also will look at this right here, and that is your price request. I will bring up 044037, and I see that we have AZ banners. Those are the three pieces that have been, or actually this is a newer price sheet, and it doesn't show up on there. See the date of 8/28/017? That means that it was set up after the price request or price setup and delete form was activated. People, does this make sense on how to use this? Does it help you?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys all the information I possibly can to make sure that this is what I have to look at when I have to talk and take care of customers and stuff. I rely on all of this. So if the information's not in there, I can't actually look at it. I can't fix or take care of the problem or the issue.
Hey, Ted, I got a question.
Sure.
When you're looking at this, is there ever a time where the product like has an expiration date to that price? I just noticed, I don't know which account I was looking at, but sometimes it'll give like a start and end date.
Yeah, okay. The start and end date is just basically what that means to us is if the customer has not ordered in that particular time frame, I mean, it's usually a year to 2 years. It basically doesn't mean anything. It just means that if the customer hasn't bought it in the past 2 years, then they're probably not going to, the pricing goes away.
Okay.
We use that also and we started that for something else. It still's there. It doesn't really mean anything to you guys. It doesn't mean anything to the customer. It's just for us to determine what's going on. We set it up on 2017. Generally, we put it at the beginning of the year. We give it a year or 2 years that it will be in there unless price has increased. Okay?
Got it.
All right. Now, one of the other things that I've noticed also, or that we see here, is there are some times that you might have 2 or 3. Actually, this is Lisa, sorry. You might have 2 or 3 price setups, as you can see here for 223889. You know, I've got 2 there, 3 there for everything that's in here, and we should only have 1. I know that we're using the newer version, so that's why that's in there. The dates, we'll put the date in there. We can see the date over here, the date it was modified, so just don't worry about the date in the description. If you do that, then you look for the oldest date, and then you don't necessarily work with the other one. So just one sheet. You don't have to worry about putting the date in there. The information of price request 2017, that's good. The -2 or 3 don't need that. Wrap World, perfect. And then the date, just leave the date off. Cool?
Cool. Hey, Ted, I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you're setting up application tape and the customer says they buy all sizes,
Bullshit.
okay?
Bullshit.
You're spending, yeah, I know that. But
Okay.
how do you argue with your customer? So, right? Right?
Well,
so you
you
do
are-
it.
Go
Tell
ahead.
me.
So
Prove
why
it.
can't we just set it up by the price per inch on that item instead of 2 or 3 or 4 even? Why can't we just put in a price per inch for that particular SKU?
You
Instead
can.
of, right?
You
It
can.
would just
I've
make
done
it
it.
so simple.
Brian, you cannot. She is correct. You cannot do that. You have to put in the even though you may have been able to do it in the past. Our new system,
Never was able to do it in the past. Nope.
okay,
So I'm asking why. Why can't we do that?
because our new system, especially now, you have to put in the specific size. Because
Well, it's always been like that.
I don't know.
It's always been.
I don't know why that, as far as that goes.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Nothing. Never mind.
You talk to the customer. If the customer says, I use all sizes, so you use 1-inch application tape? Yes, I do. Okay, you use 10-inch? Yes, I do. Well, there isn't a 10-inch. So how can you be using 10-inch?
I know.
Use all sizes.
I know. Well, you're
Okay.
buying 24-inch cut vinyl and 30-inch cut vinyl and maybe a 48. Wouldn't 3 suffice?
That would be
I
correct.
know.
I agree.
Right.
Okay. So, guys, I mean, customers say I use all sizes. Don't go and set up all sizes. You know that that's considered what they call a laundry list. We don't want to do that. But at the same
I don't like doing that.
I know, but we just need to verify with the customer exactly what they are using. We use all sizes. I will set up 54-inch for you for right now because that's the most common size. If you decide to order a different size later on, feel free to give me a call and we'll talk about it then. Paula, you raised.
Can I say something?
Paula?
What I tell people, guys, whenever they tell me they use every size, I always say, hey, can we go look at what you have over there? And I'll set up the sizes that you have sitting over there. That's how I deal with it.
That's perfect. I love that. That's great.
Well, I do that too.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right. Does anybody else have any helpful tips or tricks on that, or anything else that they use that might help everybody else?
One thing I've been doing, I've really been utilizing the updated history on Goldmine, because you can get in there real easy and just go back and look at, like this guy yesterday thought he was using Rebel, and it turned out that he was getting Avery 2611. So I got him set up on that, and he was a happy camper.
Now, the good thing, bad thing about the notes or the Goldmine as far as what it has in the products that they use. So you go to Prod 17, that's what you're talking about, right, Chuck?
No, I'm talking about customer sales lookup.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I was going to go to. That's the best. I'll tell you what, guys, that is a great tool, especially now that we don't have to go to the intranet and put in for our, what do they call it anymore, the VPN. This right here is a great tool to use it because that'll tell you exactly what the customer ordered. I did have a customer a couple days ago that they called and said, no, I use this product and this is the pricing I've been getting. Okay, great, except you've never ordered it from us. Oh, yes, I have. Well, unfortunately, it's not in our database that you've ever ordered it from us. And I'm not trying to say that, you're wrong. I'm just saying that maybe maybe it was something else that you got for that pricing that you're thinking of, and it could be a different product. Ended up being he was actually buying from Denko for that price, and he wanted to get it from us. That's what he found when he did his research. Found the invoice, it was a Denko invoice, okay? Then you can also, and of course it didn't go exactly that way, but I'm just telling you. Or it just gives you that added extra thing. You can also do this if you didn't know. Somebody give me, I'll use this account number, 148. Brings up everything the customer ever ordered from us from the beginning, from the last order they did, which was right here, to the beginning, which is all the way down here. Okay. Oops. Now, this right here is something that's a little bit of an extra thing that you can do. It's up to you. You don't have to, of course, but take it, highlight the entire thing. Give me a minute. This takes a minute. You do a copy. Go to an Excel spreadsheet. And paste. Then you can actually take this, do a filter, and then you can go by product code and put it A to Z or whatever it is. Then customer says, I ordered the 3M 1080, whatever it was. Well, you can see they order a lot of 1080 on this one, okay? They order a lot of 3M. They're a big 3M shop. Then you go down here and you've got the Avery, you've got the dusted 48, the frosted clear 48, instances or an incident report, different things like this. This gives you all the information that you might need. So the customer says, you know, I buy this Archon from you guys all the time. Actually, they don't buy Archon, they buy the
Main tape.
This one is M-Trite.
Main tape.
Main tape, thank you. So, you know, it just means that means, okay, if you're buying Archon or, you know, our tape, what sizes are you using? Are you using the same size of the 48 that you might be using for the main tape? Or is there something else? Is there something other size that you're using that maybe we can go ahead and set up for you because we don't have this set up for you currently? Okay. This is a great tool. If you need more to figure out how this works, let me know. You can also, you know, if your customer wants to know exactly what they've ever ordered in the past by date or whatever, you can go ahead and do this and just take out things like override. You don't need to send that to the customer. Customer shouldn't see that. Shipping, you probably keep on there. Whatever it happens to be. Returns, you don't necessarily need to do that either. But then you can send it to them and say, here's what you've ordered completely, fully by date. Okay? Questions?
Hey, Ted, go back to your, close that out, close that window, your Excel window.
Yep.
Go back to your VPN Beach Boy window. Okay. Unhighlight it. Keep that up and unhighlight it. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and open it up again.
Yes.
I don't know, 197063, whatever you want. And then if you go and hit Control F on your, now type in 3M, whatever, pick something, you know, and it'll start highlighting for you right there. And you'll have to back out because you have a space. You need to keep it. So if people didn't know, you can pull this up real quick and you see on the right-hand side the yellow bars. That's telling you where it's located. So you can also use that real quick on the fly, FYI.
Does everybody understand that? See that? So it's Control F as in Frank.
Control find, basically. So you can also do like Archon, or you could put, you know, just think of some ADOL, you know, just even abbreviated or whatever. Obviously doesn't probably order Archon, but you know, type in like ADOL and it'll start pulling up different things for you if you know part numbers or anything of a part number as well. You know what I mean? So concept, boom, and it'll start. You see the yellow on the side, so you can see when he ordered. And you can just scroll to those areas to the yellow, and that's anything with the word concept in it. You know what I mean?
Great tip.
So just a heads up if you didn't know that.
Ryan, thank you very much. That was actually what I was going to next, but perfect. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Okay, what else? Anybody else have questions on this? Will this help you guys do your, being able to make sure you got your customers set up properly, things like that? Okay, perfect. All right, price setup and delete sheets, or price setup sheets. Again, this is the correct way. What we found, or what I'm finding, is everybody, for some reason, the date is the same date as the pricing that you're trying to set up today, but that date changed. I don't know why it's not set up that way, but make sure that if you're doing something today, you don't necessarily, you just put in the one date. You don't have to put it in for each line item. For instance, what is today? Today's 08.
Nope, 9/1.
Thank you. Let's try this again. 09/01/17. That's wrong, but that's okay. So the rest of these don't necessarily mean anything. You can clear those contexts you don't need. But if you highlight each line item like this and be yellow, everything else has a different date to it. And when they set up pricing, they know to look for just today's date and with all of it highlighted. Don't put it in with different items, different places. Always put it in right over here, the following. Then if you have another tomorrow, you have more products you're setting up, 09/02/17. You do that, and you, of course, take this and unhighlight this. How do you do that? You go up here to the paint can, and you hit no fill. Okay? So basically, that'll allow you to be able to do this. Of course, it takes this out of it. It's not that big of a deal, guys, but this way, they know what to set up in Tulsa. They know that whatever's with today's date, that's what they're setting up. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Questions? Okay. All right. How do we order samples? Orifal samples.
Which company?
Orifal samples.
Or we call you.
For you.
All right. You send me an email or you call me. Actually, send me an email. How you do this. You send me an email with what you're looking for and the address you want me to send it to. You want me to send it directly to the customer? Great. You want me to send it to your warehouse? Just give me the address. If it is to your warehouse, let me know it's to your warehouse so that because you're going to deliver it. And I'll make sure that the account number for that particular customer is in the ship to so that you know who it's for. Okay? This will help you. If you want me to put the name of that customer in there, I can do that as well. It'll be your name / that customer name, whatever it happens to be, whatever you want, so that it's easy for you. Okay, is that cool?
Can you mute the 602 number? It's overdriving my microphone.
I'm sorry?
Can you delete whoever 602-803 number is?
Mary.
It's overdriving everything.
Okay, can you guys put on mute if you're driving? Mary, I guess that's you. If you can. There should be a little button over on the right side of your phone to say mute. If not, I apologize. I don't know your phone for sure. Okay. There's another way that you can actually get sample cards and things like that. You can go to Shop Brand, Beller's Catalog and Sample Cards. There they are. If you have it in your warehouse and you want to share it or send, for instance, the Avery Dennison SW900 swatch deck, okay? You want to order it for a customer. I know we charge $10. Do this. Go ahead and add it one time for one customer. You can do this. Hold on a minute. Let me get there. Add it to cart. And when you put in your notes, put in, this is a free swatch deck, please approve. Ship to customer.
Can you do that with multiple first
You should
time?
not. You should not. However, put one in. I mean, if you're going to try to do that, they're going to say, "Wait a minute, we don't do that." One way or another. You should already have from Avery. They should have already sent you SW900 color decks. If not, you should be able to go online with your login and order them. Same with 3M. Orifal is the only one that I deal with.
What about Shine Right? Do we have Shine Right?
No Shine Right.
Do we have to charge the
There is
customer?
no color cards. There is no way of doing Shine Right. I tried. I have a color for each of the Shine Rights from 2 years ago sitting in my office right over here. I was trying to put something together. It's not easy. I gave up. Okay. Shine Right, there
Who
is
needs
no
some Shine
way-
Right cards? I got like 50 of them. Who needs some?
There you go. Perfect. Great. Brian, thank you. You've got old ones?
I've got, me and Kevin got like a ton of them.
Okay. Keep in mind, if there were any additions or deletions on what he has, keep that in mind because the ones he has are old. Okay?
It's the same ones that we sell still.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. This is where you would do your ship tickets as well. Okay? You can order the Orifal 970 RA from here, as you can see. Just basically everything Orifal, just send it to me. If you need something, let me know what it is. Don't go hog wild because I only have a certain amount of points to use. It does cost us money. It's marketing dollars that we use for this. We get an allotment every quarter to use for different things. Sometimes I might tell you no, and that's because we've already spent our allotment for that quarter. That means we have to wait till the following quarter. Sometimes that happens, not very often, but sometimes it does. Okay? Questions? Perfect. Reason this came up is there were a few people back east that were contacting their Orifal rep. Orifal rep said you should be able to call your RSM. And so I got back to Carl, and Carl said, we need to make sure everybody knows how to do this. Don't talk to your Orifal rep. Even though your Orifal rep may say, hey, I can go ahead and get this for you. Feel free. If he's going to give it to you right there, great. Take everything you can get. But don't ask him, can you send this to me? That's not, because then he's going to do the same thing. He's going to call me and say, why doesn't your customer or why don't your salespeople know how to do this? Okay? All right. Last thing, Michael. Something Michael has done, and that, are you on, Michael?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. Something Michael has done that has increased a lot of things that he's doing. So Chuck has done this as well. And that is more of the line of creating things for customers. In other words, he's come up with different ideas for customers so that they can increase their business. If he helps them increase their business, they increase their business with us. And he's come up with a lot of different ideas and different things like that. Michael, I'd like to have you share the one that has really been taking traction currently.
All right. Most sign companies have a month or two a year that's slow, and they know it. It's the same every year. So last month I started asking them, great, so you got slow months. You know they're coming. What are you doing about it? They all just shrugged their shoulders. So I brought this idea from another company I worked with. So I have a company currently doing it in San Francisco. So they contacted their last 100 customers, first by email, then called them all, let them know that in September, it's a slow month, that they're running a raffle. So for every $300 you spend, you get 10 raffle tickets. For every $500 you spend, you get 20 raffle tickets, and anything above 1,000, you get 30 raffle tickets. It's kind of irrelevant. So they're doing that for the entire month. Make sure that they follow up with everybody every week. So they have one person designated to do this in the shop. First place is a 42-inch flat screen TV, which I got online from Walmart for $250. There's an iPad, there's a Kindle, there's an iWatch. So they've spent about $1,000 on prizes. So their sales now are up about 15 grand for that month. And it's not about just about them reaching out and talking to their customers. So I have another company that's going to do it in December because that's their slowest month. So I'm trying to collect some data, and I'll give it to all you guys once they're all done, see what the actual sales increase is, how much effort and time, kind of break it down for you guys. But all sign shops, they've got slow time, whenever that is, and they don't ever do anything about it. They just sit there and waddle through it and not think outside the box. So I just think it's important that we think outside the box. And so they've got $15,000 worth of business. I sold some extra AV wrap kits and whatever, but it just shows you care. And if you're bringing the idea, they're going to buy it from you. That's it.
Yeah, and now keep in mind that this is just one of many that many different things that he has done in the past. Some work, some don't, but it's ideas to your customers that some of them, it might work for one customer, but it may not work for another. That's why if you have a couple of different options and show them, hey, try this or try this. This is all marketing. I know that most salespeople, we have a particular niche, and that is selling to customers. We're not necessarily marketers, but it's in the same realm. Michael happens to be a marketer. Chuck is the same way. Chuck up in Boise has done several things with marketing himself and helping the customers, more along the lines of making sure he's in front every time an order goes out. A card goes into that order to say thank you for the business. We're working right now to see if we can do that for everybody, but it takes a little bit of time to put that together. Okay? So there are different things that we can do. If you have questions about what anybody does, call them. For instance, if you want to call Michael, he can help you. Now, he also has put together a couple of ideas that he can actually send out to you if you would like. But send him an email and say, hey, I'd like to see what kind of ideas that you might have. And if you have any ideas, I'd like everybody to bring that up to us in our mid-month call. How's that? We'll use the mid-month call as, hey, what's going on out there? What's happening out there? What successes or what can anybody help you with as far as overcoming objections? Is that cool?
Yes.
Yep, that works.
All right. Brian, I'm going to tell everybody about something that Brian has been working on for about 6 months to 8 months and has been having very good success. It's not meaning that you guys can't or will be able to do this. He happens to have a customer that is working and has been doing very well. It's all Avery material. It's not anything he did. It just happened to be this customer was working on something and got in touch with Brian, and we've got him in touch with Avery, and we're talking a lot of rolls of a low-end material, but it's going to be an ongoing thing. So Brian, great job on getting that put together. I'm hoping that it lasts for a long time, but I wanted to let everybody know that, this is a great thing. I'm not telling you what it is. I can't really go into specifics on that. I can just tell you it's large, very, very large. Okay? By the way, everybody, we're doing a great job. Keep working hard. Keep doing what you can. Get me involved. Let me know what I can do to help. I get a lot of phone calls and emails of things that I can do, some things I can't, but at least you're letting me know what I can do to help. If you need to contact anybody in Tulsa, if you need help with a particular order, if you need help with anything, don't call them, call me, okay? Or send me an email. When you're asking for for a better price, send me an email more often than you do call. Call me or send me an email. The reason for that is it has the part number. I can go ahead and look it up, get it back to you. If I put it in writing, it's a little bit harder for me to say, no, I never gave you a price. Even though I don't necessarily do that, but it can happen. Okay? Does anybody have anything? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I do. I have a question. That's quite all right. I just got off the phone with the top 100 customer who bought a roll of 25 yards of Avery carbon fiber. He does a lot of hoods and things like that, but now and then he does graphics with it. He has had a hard, difficult time getting any application tape from medium tack to high tack to stick to it. Anybody got any ideas?
Yeah, there's a 3M tape. Hold on, let me rack my brain. There is a 3M tape that does work with the brush and the carbon fiber. Ah, shit. What is
this? The SCP or SCSP 35, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
will work too.
It's the SPSC. SPS.
Okay,
this
thank
one
you.
Right here.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay.
Just tell them to wet apply it.
I'm sorry?
Just tell them to
Wet
wet apply it.
Tell what apply what? The
carbon fiber.
3M or any of them?
He's
just wet apply
joking.
it.
He's joking.
Gotcha.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Joking. Don't do
I
that.
know you're funny. I'm going what?
Guys, don't
Thanks
wet
a lot.
apply
Yeah, I
vinyl.
know, I woke
Please
up.
don't do that.
I woke up, Brian. I woke up.
Okay.
You're funny.
Hey, Ted.
Yes.
So I heard from my warehouse manager that there's kind of been a restructuring in the hierarchy of the OSMs.
Okay, that is correct. I just found this out yesterday, Chuck, just to let you know. I was not aware of this, but what we did is, I'll explain it real quick. Our OSMs, not RSMs, but OSM, our operation managers, Rich, most everybody knows who Rich is. They have been restructured. Basically, Rich used to be handling about quarter to half of the warehouses nationwide. They've taken that and assigned him to 12 warehouses. And we've created other ops managers for particular areas of the United States. Why is this important? Well, first of all, Rich and the other two that we're working on this, we're being overwhelmed, overrun every day. They can't get home to see their kids, their wives. They can't get home to see anybody because they're always on the road. So we're trying to alleviate certain things to help them and also so that they can help you. How does this help you? It means that they are a little bit more available so that when your warehouse manager takes a vacation and is going to be gone more than 3 days, then they can come in and sub for that particular warehouse manager, and you don't have to cover the warehouse. Okay? We want that. We are doing other things to change or not change, but to add different things, people, so that they can go out and travel to different warehouses when we have somebody on vacation. When we have a warehouse manager that says, by the way, today's my last day. Doesn't give us any warning. This happens more than you think. So that we don't have you as salespeople watching the warehouse. Okay? If you happen to open the warehouse on a Monday and close on a Friday, which can happen when we're training somebody, we need to be able to let that person who's covering the warehouse go home as well. Keep in mind, we just need to have some help. We try to give as much warning to you, but sometimes things happen like for instance, the guy down, where was it? I don't remember, but he called in and said, oh, by the way, I'm not coming in today. I've decided to quit. Sometimes that may happen. You might get a call from Rich or whoever the ops manager is at that point, might call you or call me to get a hold of you to say that, please, we need to get you in the warehouse because our warehouse manager just quit. We don't want to shut the warehouse for any reason unless we absolutely have no other choice. Okay? Does that answer your question, Chuck, or answer that particular issue?
Yeah, I just wanted more information on it.
Okay. That's what it was, is now just about everybody has about 12 warehouses that they actually deal with. So I will be sending out, I'll go ahead and send out the list of their hierarchy. It will tell you what areas they take care of. Most everybody in our region is going to be Rich. In fact, I think everybody in our region is being handled by Rich. Okay? Questions? Anything else?
Is Sarah still with us? She's a little quiet today.
Sarah?
Yep, I'm right here.
Sarah's been very good in listening. She's doing a great job. Does anybody else have anything, any questions, any issues that we need to, basically go through as a group, or are we good? Perfect. I'm glad we're ending exactly an hour later. I didn't think I'd be able to get through my entire list, but we sure did. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate it. Don't forget, I'll be gone as of noon today. That's noon Mountain Time. So I will not have access to my phone or email. I'm going to be going out to, my wife and I are going to what they call Zozobra. It's like Burning Man, but it's a local thing that's been doing for 56 years. It's where you go and you burn this, whatever it is that they have. It's a big, huge statue. It's about, I think 15 feet or 25 feet. I don't remember. It's really big. And you can put in all your, like, say you had a divorce, you want to just get rid of that person, you can actually put your divorce decree in there and they'll burn it for you right there in front of everybody. And
cool.
So
before you burn anything, get the folly done for us.
Well, the folly just came out.
I saw that on your desktop.
Yes. So give me a few minutes, Brian. I need time. Brian, real quick, just so everybody knows, he's on me every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Where's the folly? Hasn't even been done yet. Gets on an email or a text to me yesterday. I haven't even gotten out of bed. Where's the folly?
Time is money, man.
I can't do anything, guys. I'm just giving Brian shit, everybody, as you probably can understand. But I'll get that done and get that out to everybody here in a little bit.
Hey, Ted.
Yes, sir.
Back to this festival that you're going to, like Burning Man.
Yes, sir.
Does this also involve nudity and mud baths?
Never been, don't think so. They don't even have alcohol at this particular one. It's a family-oriented place. I doubt it. It would be nice, though.
Okay.
I'm sure my wife would like to see other guys naked.
You gonna run around in your Speedo?
Yeah. No, I would rather not. I don't care about seeing women naked. I've got my wife. I don't need anything else there. So.
Can you take my ex-husband and burn him?
They actually frown on burning corpses. You'd have to kill him first, but they frown on that. And I'm not sure that the person like that too much either. However, I might be able to help you get away with it. You never know. It's a joke, guys. I don't do that. No. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Anybody, anything else? Okay. Guys, have a great day. Have a good
weekend.
Get me involved in anything that you might need. And again, thank you all for making it such an my job so easy the way you do. And how do you make my job easy? You guys are very easy to deal with. Go ahead.
I do have a question. When you try and copy and paste anybody out there from the website, say you want to send a customer a photo of the website, like say the application tape, SCPS, right? And you copy it, you go to paste it to email, it never looks the same. Anybody gonna know why? How do you do that?
Just do a screenshot off your phone.
Okay,
Or-
gotcha.
Or you can
And then
do,
text it to them.
yeah.
Okay, I've done
Or
that,
you
but
can-
I was trying to email. Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Do you know how to do a screenshot from your computer? Anybody?
A screenshot?
Yes.
Okay, so you can take this. Is this what you're looking for instance?
Yeah.
And you just want to do this right down here?
Just want to copy it and then
so you
email
do
it.
do a control, and at the very top of your keyboard, it says print screen.
Yep.
If you do that, then you can paste it directly into an email. Or take this, highlight it, copy that. That link will go,
Okay.
it will go directly to here for them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Again, thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it. You all have a great, wonderful day and weekend. I'll talk to you all soon, either today or next week, okay?
Okie dokie. Have a good time.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.